Hello everybody, how are all my crafty friends today? Happy Tuesday morning. It's morning here, it's 10 o'clock here in Idaho, and it might be afternoon where you are. We are so glad you're here to join us. And I've got a darling little craft today, and I'm wearing my green because I'm going to do a St. Patrick's Day craft. So give me just a moment to get my bot up and going. And we'll get started because I don't want to run out of time. Specific post selected. How is everybody? Good morning, good morning. Welcome Raincross Farm Makery folks, and welcome to Craft Round the Clock folks. Hop on, say hello so we'll know you're here. Publish that. That's good to go. That's published. Okay, yay, yay, yay. How is everybody? Hey, 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 this is Robin. This is Raincross Farms Makery, and behind the computer, behind the camera is my husband, Bill, and he doesn't have my comments up yet because he thought he didn't have to do anything. Anyway, so let me do one more thing. Let me turn this off, and we will get started. So I have a fun little project, cute little project. I always say that. Anyway, it's St. Patrick's Day themed, but the great thing about this is you could use it for any holiday, any theme, any type of decor that you're interested in. I'm going to do it with our, this is our St. Patrick's Day minis. And let me tell you why I'm using, hello Marianne, hello Betty, hello Patty, how is everybody? Anyway, the reason why I'm using St. Patrick's Day, I know not all of you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, not all of you decorate for St. Patrick's Day, but we are currently having a 50% off sale on, it's called, I can't remember, St. Patrick's Day bundle. Anyway, it is this transfer and another one I don't have. It's the same size and it's two-part. The top part has a really pretty four-leaf clover design, and then there's some words that say you're the best and I'm the luckiest. Anyway, it's really cute. Those two and our St. Patrick's Day palette pack. So you get all of these 6 different colors, all St. Patrick-y greens and golds. Anyway, that whole bundle is 50% off. So I'm going to demonstrate with it, but keep in mind you could do this project with any of our designs. We have some Easter minis. We have some, these are just, what are these? These are You Got This minis, so encouraging things. So any of our minis this would work with. But I'm going to do St. Patrick's Day. Hello, Crafting with Denise. I think I said hi to Betty. Hi, Tammy. And I do have my timer set. So I am hoping we're going to get at least 25 viewers at one time. If we do, we will have a drawing at the very end. To get entered in the drawing, all you need to do is make comments. And when my timer goes off, the last comment that shows on Bill's computer is going to get their name on a ticket. Where did I put the tickets? I had tickets. There it is. It's going to get their name on a ticket, and they'll get put in our drawing. So let's get started. We're going to use these set of 4 mini box frames. These are 3x3. I sell these in my shop. If you're interested in the supplies, looking at prices, looking at any of the things that I'm using, you can comment supplies and my bot will send you a little message. You can click on that. Hello, Sassy Frass. I've been watching some of your things. Very cute. Okay, so this is a set of 4 and they are box frames. So they're painted white on the inside. They're made out of wood. The back is a wood back. It's not meant to be double-sided, but there's no reason you couldn't chalk something on the back there. Are all the minis 50% off? Only the St. Patrick's Day minis are 50% off in that bundle. but not all the minis are 50% off. Oh, and also our Valentine's Day items, even though Valentine's Day is past, Valentine's Day products are 50% off also. So if you're interested in stocking up for next year, you might want to get in on that. Okay, so we are going to put this together in a cute little frame. So I'm going to pick 4 of these. Let me get my cloth out here. So let's see which one. I definitely want to do the pot of gold. So the rest of you be telling me which of these you'd like me to do. Okay, there's my timer.
I heard a chicken.
There's my timer. I'm single. You're single for me. I'm single.
I have no idea
I don't.
what
You're single for
about.
you. Okay, Tammy is the last one that got entered, that commented, so you got entered. Let me reset my timer. You're single for me. Well, I'm glad. I don't know what that means, but okay. So I'm going to do pot of gold. Let me tell you what's on these. This one says Shamrock 17. This says the leprechauns made me do it. This is, it says the luckiest, and it's got a horseshoe. This one says I pinch back. This one is a leprechaun hat. This one says I have charm. Here's a little rainbow. Here's who needs luck. Here is a, it's not, kind of like a 4-leaf clover design, but it might just be like an Irish design. Happy St. Patrick's Day and Sassy Lass. So if you saw a favorite, make a comment about it, and maybe that's one of them that we will use. Okay, so I got my sticky back transfer. This is a silkscreen transfer right in there, and it's got sticky back. Okay, Rhonda says she wants Shamrock 17. And I am also, because this is a wood surface, I'm going to put a little bit, Leprechaun made me do it. Oh, you sprinkled for me. Well, thank you. I guess that's better than staying single for me. So I'm going to put just a little bit of surface wax. This is surface wax. It's just clear paste wax. I sell it in my shop. And because this is a new transfer, it's super duper sticky. And I don't want my transfer to stretch when I go to pull it off because it has stuck so hard. So I'm adding a little bit of fuzz to my sticky transfer. No problem, Tammy. It made for a good laugh. And so I'm fuzzing the transfer, putting a little bit of lint on the back, and then I'm also putting a little bit of surface wax on the surface just so my transfer will release easily. Are those coasters? You could use them as coasters. You'd probably want to spray them with a clear coat of something if you use them as coasters. But I am actually going to put it together and make a little wall hanging. But yes, you could use them as coasters. Okay, so here's my leprechaun. I'm going to keep the grain of the wood going up and down.
Patty says the hat.
Okay. So, are you keeping track of what got voted on? We've got the 17, we've got the hat.
The leprechauns made me do it.
Leprechauns made me do it. Anything else?
And that she's single for you.
So. Oh, she's single for me. Okay, so this one I'm going to do 2 different colors. I'm going to do the green on the what is that? Pot, and then the gold will be the gold. The colors that come in this palette pack, which are on sale, is pesto, and here's a forest green, and this is a eucalyptus green, so it's a little bit lighter, so you get 3 shades of green. Camel, which is a brownish color, kind of a neutral, and then shimmer gold and shimmer harvest.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Are those reusable?
Yes.
Okay, so you
These-
could use them right now.
You can
and
use
paint
them.
something
Yes, you
new.
can use these 10, 12, 20 times.
Okay,
Okay.
that ringy dingy was Jackie Brim.
Jackie Brim, you are entered in our.
By the way, we have 25 right now.
Woohoo!
We had 26
Okay.
before.
So we are definitely having a drawing. Let me reset this timer. So I think I'm going to do the forest green. I'm using the jars. What's on sale is the packet. So if you want all of these different colors, this is a more economical way of getting smaller amounts of them. But I'm going to use my jars because I have them. So I'm going to use forest, this dark green, and my shimmer harvest for the gold.
Cynthia says hello.
Hello, Cynthia. Yay, yippee, Jackie Brim. Okay, so I'm going to use.
Light dusting of snow this
We
morning,
did,
but
we
it
did.
did not stick.
It did not stick. It's bright and sunny outside, but we had snow for about 30 minutes. So I'm using my Chalkology paste and a squeegee. And I'm just putting a little bit of this paste on my squeegee. And I'm going to drag it over that screen. And I'm being careful. I don't want to get the green on the gold. And I'm quickly going to do the gold. Now I've got paste on my fingers, which you want to clean up so you don't smear it all over the place.
So,
Okay, so now I'm going to
I got
use
a message on
Shimmer
my
Harvest.
phone. There it is. April says, "Are the screens easy to clean?"
Yes, I will show you. I will clean the screens. They're very easy to clean with just water. Water and one of our little board erasers. Super, super easy.
Rhonda says she just finished shoveling and it seems closer to 8 inches.
Oh, wow.
Well, she's north of us
She's
too.
yeah, she's Spokane.
And,
Okay.
Mimi was saying that she's getting hammered up there.
Oh yes.
Priest River area.
Hello, Carolyn. How's your weather in Waterloo, Iowa? Coasters would be a cute idea. I'm going to use, because this is a small spot, I'm going to use my multi-tool, and that just gives me a smaller, a thinner squeegee, because this is a smaller spot. You could use the regular size squeegee. You just have to be a little more careful. And
So, question for you on these: if they're removable, but people are using them for coasters, if you get bleeding on the outside of the cup, would the water affect those?
That's why I said you probably would want to cover it with a clear coat of spray paint, because when this is dry, it is smudge and budge proof. I'll show you when it dries. So I'll be able to rub on it and it's not going anywhere. However, our pastes are water-based, water-soluble. So if you had a drink on here that sweat, condensation, you could most likely reactivate the paste, and you don't want that. So you could easily just take some clear spray paint and protect it that way if you wanted to use them as coasters. Okay, there was my timer. Is that the name?
That's the name.
April Holmes Lloyd.
Yep, it is entered into our drawing, and she says she loves the whole thing.
Good. Okay, let me reset this, and then let's get to moving some more, because I definitely want to have time to show you how to put this together. Okay, so what we're...
wants to know, what did you say to spray on them if they use it as a coaster?
I would use, well, this is Mod Podge. It's just a clear acrylic sealer. Just a clear spray paint, either satin or glossy or matte or whatever, just something that puts a light coat of protection over this if it's going to be coming in contact with water. Otherwise, if you're just going to put it on your wall, you don't need to do that. So any kind of clear spray. Did that make sense? Okay, what were some of the other, definitely need a good seal, yes. What were some of the other choices? I put this transfer. on a dish dryer, and I'm not ready to clean it yet, so I'm just going to spray it with some water to keep it damp, because paste is easier to clean while it's damp than it is when it's dry. Not impossible, but much easier, and we go for easy. Okay, so
Leprechauns made me do it.
Leprechaun. Okay.
Shamrock 17.
Okay, so let's see. Let's do Leprechauns Made Me Do It. What was it? Shamrock 17. And you know what? Those are kind of, I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to give you two choices. The Leprechaun's hat or this 4-leaf clover. You tell me. I want something big and bold. Leprechaun's hat.
I like the clover.
Clover. Hat, clover. So,
Patty,
get your vote in.
Said the hat earlier.
Okay, and here is Shamrock 17.
Marianne said the rainbow.
Okay.
Hi, Julie Lazarus.
And that's the great thing is you can get a couple of sets of these, and you could do one on all of them if you wanted to. Okay. So I'm just going to press this down, make sure it is adhered. And let's see, what colors am I going to use this for? I think I will do...
We are completely even on hat and clover votes.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
Oh, Debbie just broke it to hat.
Okay, we're at hat. Okay, this one I'm going to do two different colors. I think I'm going to do shamrock, the word shamrock in the forest. And then I'm going to do the 17 in the pesto, a little different shade. Now you can do them all the same color if you want, completely up to you. This would be so cute with our Easter ones also. If that was your design. Yeah, I've got my pesto, which is kind of an olive green. They all look good when you kind of use them all together. Okay, scrape off the excess, put it back in my jar, and I'm going to peel this off.
We've got 30 people watching now.
Here I've got
that is
Shamrock 17. And that was my timer. Again, I'm going to spray that just to keep the paste damp.
The last name on there was Sherry.
Sherry Olsen Ming. Yeah. Stick around for the end to see if you're our winner.
Sometimes, and she's a first-time watcher.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Okay, reset the timer. Okay, we were also going to do our Leprechaun Made Me Do It. And let's see. And I have a hair on there. I want to pull that off. Get off of there. You have to make sure when you fuzz it that you don't pick up dog hair or human hair. Okay,
Elizabeth just joined in and said, what are you doing? Or no, what are you using?
What am I using? I am using our 3x3 box frames. And these also make cute magnets too. In fact, one of them had been a magnet and I just kind of took it off the back. But they make cute little magnets because they're not super heavy. And we are using our St. Patrick's Day minis, which happen to be on sale in a bundle right now. And we're making a cute little collection of little designs for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, I think I'm going to go to our lighter green. So I'm going to stir this up just a bit because I haven't used this one for a while, so it's kind of settled a bit.
Deb says, is this kit expensive? Debbie Knudsen.
Oh, you know what? I know my price. I'm not sure of your price.
Did you have a link that they could type in?
I do. If you type in supplies, you'll get a link. Follow the links to keep pushing the button that talks about product, and then the product link will take you to like a cart link or something that says today's supplies. And if you click on that, it will take you to the website, and you can see I have more than just that kit in there, but you can see the price of the kit, and then these aren't included, so those are in there. You can take a look at those. So I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact price. 1660, I think regular price for this size transfer is $16, and there's 2 of them this size. And the paste packet, I believe, is $17. So if you added all that up and then took 50% off, that's where you'd be at. Okay, so I'm going to do...
We're asking colors of who likes what green, and Elizabeth says she likes the color of your sweater.
Thank you. I wore it on purpose. I wore it on purpose. Okay, so I've got my eucalyptus green, and I think I will do him in...
Okay, Marianne just popped back and said $24.50 for a kit.
There you go.
And $15 for 4 surfaces.
Okay, there you go. So $24.50 for the kit. Thank you, Marianne. $24.50 for the kit, and that's 50% off. And then these surfaces, if you chose to use those, that's $15 for the set of 4. However, you don't, if you found something at the Dollar Tree, don't tell anybody I said that. If you found something similar at the Dollar Tree, or if you've got some little wood cutouts, you could do that also.
Well,
okay.
The last one up on mine was Alice Noel.
Alice.
Yeah, Alice.
Alice or Elise?
Elise? Is it Elise or
Alice
is it Alice?
or Elise? Okay, let me get to this before I reset my timer. So this one is going to be, this isn't using any of my shimmers. This isn't using the bright colors. It's going to be kind of neutral. Okay, scrape that off. Let's take that up. Here we go. The leprechauns made me do it. Cute, 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 cute.
April says, great idea. Jackie loves it. Elizabeth says, thank you.
Okay. And so, if you were doing coasters, you could do the same design on all of them if you wanted them all to match. Let's see. And what did we say was the last one? The hat or the shamrock?
Oh.
Was it tied?
It was tied. I think hat was the last one in, if I remember reading right.
Okay, so
I should have wrote it down.
So I'm going to do the shamrock.
Wow.
Because I was already peeling it.
My vote was for the shamrock.
Okay.
So you're just doing what your husband wanted, right?
I'm just doing what you wanted, dear.
That's because I'm so special.
Okay, and I'm going to do this in gold. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something fancy. Do I have time? I've got time. I'm going to do Hot Mess.
Christina says you have the best crafts.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do this in multiple colors. So let me show you how I do Hot Mess. Hot Mess is a bunch of colors, and they're kind of swirled around randomly. So I'm going to get a couple of my stirs, and I'm going to put in just a couple of dabs of gold here and there.
Debbie Knudsen says she loves it. Clover. Love it, clover.
Clover, shamrock, I don't know.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
That
okay.
Little thing.
I'm trying to make sure I got enough gold. And then I'm going to use some of my forest
before you
green.
Smear it, make sure you show them up close on the screen, because it's hard to see on the screen.
Okay. I'm just really putting little random dots. And I'm going to use some of this green. And I'm going to use some of this green. So I'm using all my greens and my gold. Oops, that's an awful lot of that green. I don't really want that much. Okay, so this is what I've got. It's just kind of a smushed up mess. I'm going to take my squeegee and I'm just going to kind of...
That's a mess.
It is. I'm just going to kind of... I'm not mixing them. Just kind of swirling them around. And you know what? I don't see enough gold on there to my liking. So
and Elizabeth is saying, what kind of paint are you using?
I am using chalk paste that I sell in my shop. It is chalk in paste form. Show you. Here's it is Chalkology paste. It's chalk in the form of paste. And I am adding, thank you for the stars, Carol. And I'm just gonna, I didn't have as much gold on it as I liked, so I added just a little bit of gold. I'm gonna peel that up and let's see. Ooh, pretty. Kind of all the different colors smushed in there. So that's Hot Mess. Okay, let me spray these. And I'm gonna take just a minute to clean up because it's always easier if you clean up as you go. Don't say anything, Bill, because don't put the camera around the rest of this room. Do as I say, not as I do.
Jesse says that Hot Mess looks great.
Thank you. It's fun.
Pretty. Hot Mess is like tie-dye. Yeah.
Kind of.
And hello from Alabama from Paula.
Hey, Paula from Alabama.
And
oh, I didn't
Monique
reset
from
this.
Maryland.
Maryland, welcome, welcome. Debbie loves them. Yay! Jackie thinks they're pretty. Okay, let me clean up my mess here. And you don't always have to use this many colors, but they come in the pack. So I thought I would give you a sample of what it would look like if you purchased the pack. This is what you'd have to work with, and I'm going to just kind of give these a quick dry. And then we're going to, how much time do I have? I'm good. Okay, so I'm gonna end up gluing these together so it'll make a little 2x2 frame. And we're gonna put a beaded hanger on it. So I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you can see those, if you need to see those. I'm going to show you how you can, an easy way to paint beads. And if you watched I did a reel on it. Anyway, so I've got some of these done. I kind of wanted them to be the same color, so I used the pastes. So I've got some just plain wooden beads. I don't remember, I may have bought these off of Amazon, or I may have stolen them off of one of my Dollar Tree surfaces. Anyway, just wooden beads. I'm going to stick them in a baggie. Doesn't have to be a Ziploc because you're really not going to be spending that much time with it. And I'm going to take just a little bit of this paste, and you could do this with acrylic paint, chalk paint, anything like that. And I just put a little dab in there, and I'm just smushing them around in my bag. Put in as many as you think you need.
Janet says she saw your reel
Oh, did you?
last night.
Yeah, I practiced that. That's how I got those ones done, is getting ready for the reel. And so just used a little bit of paste, or you could use a little bit of paint. And if you don't have enough, you can add a little bit more. If it's way too thick, you can water it down. You decide. And then I'm going to kind of open up my bag. I'm going to grab a skewer, and I'm going to snag these.
That's just a bamboo skewer.
It's just a bamboo skewer that you use for cooking. Whoops, dropped it. Now these are still slightly wet, so I'm going to kind of, with my bag, separate them a bit. And basically they're painted. I just want to get them dry before I go to use them. Super easy way to color your beads. But not the only way, but it's a very easy way to do it.
Okay, what is that tool you're using?
This is a quick dry tool. It's just a low heat. It doesn't get super hot. It's a low heat, like a blow dryer. It's low heat, especially because if you use them around our transfers, it doesn't get hot enough to melt them. But this is just putting a little bit of heat, and our paste dries pretty quickly. And I'm just drying those up. and they're ready to use. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside right now. I have time. I'm gonna clean my transfers so you can see how I do that. Okay, so I put them on this drying sheet and I sprayed them with water just to keep them damp. The best way is to really take them to the sink and scrub them out, but I'm too far away from the sink and you might be too in your craft room. So I'm going to show you how I clean them up here on a mat. I start with either a paper towel or one of these, oh, there it goes. I thought it hasn't gone off for a while. One of these Swedish dishcloths. Okay, what was it? Is that, who's the name, Mr. Bill?
Debbie.
Debbie Knudsen. Okay, you are entered into our drawing. Stick around till the end. Okay, so Swedish dishcloth or paper towel, and I'm going to give them another quick spray. Just regular water. I use distilled water a lot, but it doesn't have to be for this. And I'm just taking this to get the initial layer of paste off.
April wants to know, are the transfers available on your site?
Yes, they are.
So you can just type in
if
supplies.
You type in supplies, you will get a link, and it'll come up. It'll give you a couple of choices. Pick products until it gets you supply link or supplies used in this video, something like that. And that will give you a link, a cart link. And if you want to explore around, you can go up to the top of that page and click on shop by category or shop by lookbook. Anyway, this got the bulk of that paste off. Now I'm going to switch over to my board eraser. So these in my shop, they're a lot like magic erasers. These have no chemicals, so it doesn't break down the transfers, and I'm just using water. And you can see I'm not using a whole lot of elbow grease. And I'm basically pulling the paste out of that transfer, out of that screen. And it likes to go on the back, so I'm going to flip these over and clean off the back also. And also we put some fuzz on the back of this, so we want to get that removed too. So quick spray.
Any of you that are typing in supplies don't get that link, just hit us up and we will respond.
Well, yeah, I will go back through and make sure you got a link if you typed in supplies. Or if you just want me to contact you, just let me know.
In the sink, you use soap.
No, don't use soap. You do not need to use soap. This is water-based, and you don't want to do anything that might damage that adhesive on the back. So you do not need soap, and we don't, except in very few occasions, we don't recommend you use like baby wipes or Clorox wipes. You can, but very, very sparingly. Anyway, you make sure that screen is clean, and then you let them air dry, and then you put them back on their little backer sheet, back in their little plastic house, and you're good to go to reuse them.
Okay, Betty wants to know, do you have to rub fuzz on it for the next use?
Every time a little bit less, because every time it loses a tiny bit of stickiness, and eventually it won't be super, super, super sticky anymore. But especially in the beginning, you want to fuzz it.
Okay, couple questions, then we'll write down Kathy's name.
Kathy Barriger.
Elizabeth wants to know, how many times can you use the transfers before? She's never used them before. Okay. And then how long do the transfers last? Okay. A
lot of questions there. Where do I start? I'm resetting the timer. The company guarantees, if you clean them up like I just showed you, or under running water in the sink, they guarantee that you can get 10 to 12 uses out of them. If you lose all the stickiness after 5 uses, you can contact the company and they'll replace it. I happen to know you get more than 10 uses if you clean them up right away and take good care of them. You can get 20 or more uses out of them. Okay, so we are going to glue these together, and I want to make sure, I'm going to glue them face down because I want to make sure they are flush with the front. So hopefully I don't flip any over and make this go upside down. And I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue. And push those together. Okay, and this one. Like I said, I just did these because St. Patrick's Day is coming up, but I know not everybody celebrates it, not everybody decorates for it, but because our transfers are on sale, I wanted to make sure I showed you these. But you could do the same thing with our Easter minis, any of our minis. I don't believe we had a Valentine's Day mini this year, but in the past we have. But any of our little mini transfers would work perfect for this. So I will be checking. Oh, good. I need to try those transfers. Awesome. I have, if you are interested in trying them out, I have a sample kit that I can sell you. So this is our sample kit. It comes with everything you need to make a little project. I don't want to run out of time. But you get a little mini transfer, you get a little, it's a chalk suede, like a gift tag, you get a little paste packet, and you get a transfer squeegee and all the instructions. So if this is something you're interested in, you can type in sample, and I'll make sure you get the link to that. You can follow that link. Okay, so here's my doodad. Now let's put our beads on and get this ready to hang up. Okay, there was my timer.
That's Jessie.
Jessie Sott.
She had typed in sample, so now we're going to put in this one.
Jessie Sott. Okay, and I think we have time for one more entry.
You know what, we've been up over 40. I'm thinking you need to pull 2 tickets
okay.
this time.
So I just have a little bit of, what is this? I'm losing my words. Jute twine. And I could tie this up and bead it on, but I'm going to use my little fancy tool. You don't have to use one of these, but this is a beading wire. I don't know if you can see it. It's got like this little flexible wire hook, and I think people use it to put beads in their hair. So I'm just going to show you how this works. Again, you don't have to use one. You can just do it the old-fashioned way. So I've got like 4 beads on here. I'm going to spread this apart, and I'm going to stick this through there. And if I give it a pull, it beads them. It feeds them on my string. Okay. I don't want that to come apart.
They want to know where you got the tool and where.
I got it on Amazon. So I don't. It might be in our old links, dear. If you want to look it up.
Okay, I'll look it up. As soon as I'm writing down this name.
Okay. So I got 4 of them again.
What would you call that?
Beading tool, beading wire.
Beading tool, beading wire.
I put in beading. Beading is like the key word. Okay.
And that was an Amazon link?
It was Amazon.
All right, let me look it up here.
Okay, and I'm just alternating my colors. On. And again, you don't have to use this. You don't even have to put beads on it, but I always like the look of beads. And I am doing, because it's going to be a hanger, ordinarily I'd do an odd number, but I'm going to do an even number because somewhere in the middle I'm going to need it to balance on a hook. And it's not going to balance very well if it's just on a bead. So here's my bead string. And I'm going to attach it. And I'm just going to glue it. And this isn't very heavy, so it's not, I don't need a super strong hanger.
I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it on my list.
Okay.
You'll have to post it
Okay.
later.
Okay, I'll post it later.
Is it a threader?
It could be.
Okay, so they came in a pack of 6,
Yes.
maybe?
Uh-huh.
Okay, those are actually
found
hair extension loops.
Hair extension loops.
That makes all the sense in the world to me.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, that was Kathy said cute.
Kathy, do we already have a Kathy in there?
We did. We already got her name.
Okay,
Back
so
up one.
back up one.
We got
Sherry.
We got Debbie.
Did we get Sherry? Yes, we did.
Did we get April Holmes?
I don't. Did we?
Yes,
get-
we got April Holmes.
It's all the
There's
same
all a bunch of
people.
winners.
It's all the same people.
Tammy, we got. Betty.
Betty Hoopengarner.
Whoops,
Let's
I hit the wrong
put-
button there.
Let's put
I
Betty
had to
in.
go all the way back to
Okay.
Betty. There you are.
Okay, got you in there. Let me finish this. Show it to you. We'll do our drawing and we will get on out of here and get you ready for the next Craft Round the Clock hostess to see their crafty goodness.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna-
We would love it if you would consider following our page if you're not already. We're Raincross Farms Makery. My name is Robin. That voice you hear back there is Bill.
do you like it or not?
Whether you like it or not, he's my helper. My helper for the last 40 some years.
It's a long time.
Okay,
It's a
so
long sentence.
here we go. Here's my little Valentine, St. Patrick's Day, little wall hanging. You could also do it this way if you had chalked them all on cattywampus diagonally. So, but I didn't. I did that. So cute little thing, hang up on the wall. So I hope you like that. I hope you like the technique. You're welcome to try it on any surface, any designs. They don't even have to be the chalk designs. You could just use little napkins or little pictures. Anyway, let me see. Let's do our drawing. Let's see. 2 people.
Not full, two of them.
Two winners. And I made this basket. I want to brag. I took a basket weaving class and I made this basket.
There it is. Okay, the link finally came up.
Okay, our first winner. Hopefully you're here. Debbie Knutson. Deb Knutson.
She was just on there.
Tell me you're here. And our second winner is this one, April Lloyd. So there's April Lloyd. She collects baskets. I have another class on Saturday to make it's called a bread basket. So I'll be showing that one too. Anyway, that's my new fun little hobby that I promise I won't get into all the supplies. Anyway, I'm going to pose with my little thing so I have a good thumbnail to show.
Is Debbie still on here?
Okay, so that should give me a good picture. If you are one of our winners, Debbie Knudsen and April Lloyd, I will be contacting you through Messenger. I have a couple questions to ask you before I decide on your happy mail that you're going to get. And so be looking for your messenger in the next hour or two and get back to me as soon as you can, and I will get something in the mail for you right away. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for the stars. Thanks for following. And we will see you again. I'm not sure if I'm going live again tomorrow, but very good possibility. But anyway, we will see you later. Bye-bye.